Hi, my name's Dana, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite art supplies. First, I'm going to start with my favorite pencils. I love these charcoal pencils right here. They're easy to work with, they're soft, they blend easily. I love them. I use these, they're Generals pencils. I use these for basic sketching. I also have some graphite pencils which work pretty well with water. I like these a lot. I like to use my white pencils for highlights. These are Generals, also Generals pastel white pencils. And my two favorite erasers are my kneaded eraser, which is really cool and fun to use, and I just like to squish it anyway, even when I'm not erasing anything. And this extra soft white eraser. This is really good on paper. It doesn't leave any marks. It does really good with erasing. Some of the other tools I like to use are this sandpaper block right here. You can sand off some of your charcoal, make a point or make an edge if you want, and then rip off the piece of sandpaper when it gets too gross. I also like to use these. I think they're called tortillons, which of course would be a French word, and they're pretty good to use, but I still prefer using my finger for blending charcoal. That's the best and the most fun. I have a couple of these little pencil bags that I picked up at Michael's for $1 during the holidays. They're really great. They hold pencils. I can drop them in my purse. They're very lightweight. They're cool. Okay, now these are my pastels. I have a box of just miscellaneous pastels. I know they get really dirty all mixed up like that, but when I use them I set out a paper towel and then I kind of wipe off the dirty parts before I use them on my paper. This is my favorite box of pastels. It's a box of 24 soft pastels. There's the colors if you can see them. And they're really nice, and I'm trying to keep them very nice and keep them in the box. And then I also just got a set of 24 pastel pencils, and these are really cool, and they give me lots of detail. Some of the other things I use in my artwork is, this is my box of acrylic paint, and I have a few sponges in here which are cool to use sometimes. And I like to do acrylic painting. Here's something I'm working on right now. This is my son. And these are my brushes. My favorite brushes are these two little tiny brushes. One's an angle and one's a straight edge brush, and they're both 1/8 of an inch. I like these a lot. And my other favorite brush is this 1/2 inch angle brush. This is really good for just swiping on some color, and I use this one a lot. Great brush here. Some of my other art supplies are obviously my wine. I always drink and draw. And my iPad, which is really, really important. I love my iPad. It gives me music and it gives me ideas for drawing, and I have my photographs on it. And I don't think I could be an artist without it. And some of my paper that I use is, this is my favorite size sketchbook. It's just a 8x10 sketchbook, and it fits easily in my purse. I like the paper. It has a little bit of tooth on it. Not much. It's really good just for general drawing. I love to use colored pastel paper. My favorite colors of pastel paper are like this dark gray. All of the colors are nice, actually. Here's a bigger size. Let's see, this one is 11x14, and this one right here is 9x12. And then I also have some watercolor paper. I do a little bit of watercolors, but I haven't got into it too much. So that's about it right now. These are my favorite art supplies. Oh, when I'm painting, this is my plastic palette. I like it a lot. I try to keep it clean. I wash it very thoroughly after every use. It's a nice palette. I like the size. So these are my art supplies. I hope you've enjoyed seeing them. Au revoir.